of New York's bravest, Joseph Bonanno, the author of this book, The Firehouse Grilling Cookbook.
Well, Joe Bonanno is back, and he has brought another book and some other wonderful recipes. Joe is on duty every night at Ladder Company 152 in Queens, New York, and he cooks dinner for his colleagues, family style.
No one has to be able to eat and run like a firefighter, but a fast-paced life is no reason not to eat healthy. So now there's the Healthy Firehouse Cookbook.
We're in the town of Patchogue, named after the Native American Patchogue tribe, which once inhabited the area. Patchogue is part of the town of Brookhaven on the south shore of Long Island, adjoining the Great South Bay. The Patchogue Fire Department enters its 132nd year of service to the community. To keep those firefighters going, I'll be making something special with firefighter Bill Leon. So let's get cooking in Patchogue. Today I'm with Bill Leon, a 37-year veteran of the Patchogue Fire Department, who I understand is quite the cook. Bill, welcome.
Hey, thank you.
Nice to see you today. I understand you made a dinner here for 400 people, spaghetti and meatballs.
Yes, spaghetti meatball dinner. The meatballs were a big hit.
Now, homemade or?
Yes, everyone keeps asking me where did I buy the meatballs from? I told them I made them, homemade.
We'll be asking that in a minute.
Me and Ronnie Donato, a couple of friends up here, helped me the night before, and pumped out about 800-900 meatballs.
Wow, 800 meatballs. Well, two meatballs per person, 400 people.
All.
Yep. Okay. So, what are we making here today?
Well, today we're going to make a shrimp and champagne sauce. It could be appetizer or a dinner. Very simple. We'll show you how.
Now, do you
it's
have
done.
a special name for this, like the Patchogue or Bill Leon special dish?
It's a shrimp and champagne sauce.
Champagne sounds good enough to make a good title.
I think one of the restaurants had copied me after this. I've been making this for like 30 years.
Wow. Okay. And 37 years with the fire department.
That's true.
So 30 years of cooking. Okay, can you give me a rundown of your ingredients, what we're going to make today?
Okay, what we'll do is first we're going to take some eggs, break a few eggs.
Regular whole eggs? Regular whole eggs. Large.
And we'd like to add a little heavy cream to the eggs, and we'll mix that up. It makes a little batter. Okay. Makes it a little thicker. It sticks to the shrimp and the scallops better.
Now, you don't want me to empty all the cream in it, just a little bit?
Just a little bit of cream.
I think you said before.
About half an egg's worth.
Half an egg's worth.
Per egg. So.
Okay, great.
All right, then we're going to take the shrimp. Okay. And scallops, get some nice base scallop shrimp. Again, about the same size. I got the small, a little bit smaller shrimp. This way they all cook evenly when you cook them together.
Okay, now, do you devein them? I think you took the tails off them?
Yeah, we took the tails off,
So
this
you
way
can just eat without...
we can go right for it.
Eat fast, right. Yeah. Okay, great.
And then we got we're going to, wet these up, dredge them, and then we're going to dredge them in flour.
Now, what kind of flour? I mean,
it's just regular household
sifted,
flour.
And not sifted. Sometimes sifted, it's a little finer.
Yeah, it'll stick. Once you get with the cream and the eggs, it'll stick up nice.
Regular out of the bag flour. Okay, great. All-purpose flour.
Okay,
right.
and then we'll go. Then we're going to cook them in a little butter and garlic.
Okay.
And then when we're done with that, we're going to cook them off with the champagne.
Okay, and then you put that in the end to cook it off a little bit to give it a flavor. Great.
Yeah.
Hey, wow, that's a great recipe.
Then we light it up. We like to do that at the firehouse.
Yeah, I know. So you want me to start by doing this, and you're gonna? Okay.
Yeah, crack me a couple eggs.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay.
Now these just get a slight beat, and...
All right, we can mix it a little beat, and then we're going to mix a little heavy cream with it.
Okay, and like you said, the cream does what again?
It thickens it up. It makes it a little thicker.
And stick better.
It sticks a little bit better.
Now let me ask you a question. A lot of times when I saute stuff, I sometimes pat dry the scallops or pat dry the shrimp so that they don't really sizzle in the pan. Do you pat dry them first, or no, you like them wet?
No, they can be wet. Wet is fine for me.
It's okay, wet. Now you give me a call on this cream here. I know you said about a half.
A little bit more. About 1 egg's worth because you got the 2.
Okay.
A little
like that?
bit more.
A little bit more?
That should do it.
Okay. Now this cream...
Now we're going to beat it all together.
Beat this together. Now the rest of the cream goes where? Goes in at the end of the recipe?
What's that? No, that's just it, just for the batter.
Oh, just for the batter, okay.
Right.
Yeah, I see how this is thickening up the eggs, really.
See, it makes it stick nice.
Yes. Yeah, you're 100% right. I can see this thickening up already.
The heavy cream, that's what we use.
Okay. Now, go ahead. Now show me
Okay,
what
now we're going to go. Now we're going to take some shrimp.
One by one?
No, we just make a mess of it. It's a firehouse. Okay. You're cooking for too many people. We can't be too fancy sometimes.
All right. I see you have plastic gloves on, and I understand you have to be culinary safe. I haven't handled any fish yet, so you generally use the gloves for.
Oh yes, these days, years ago you used to wash your hands. These days now, everybody uses the gloves when you're handling any kind of food, especially for a lot of people.
Okay, now once these are dredged in the egg and the cream, are you going to take them out by hand or?
Oh yeah,
okay,
but take them out by hand.
Now, do you, again, individually, you don't take one shrimp at a time. You toss them in there and then just give them a shake? Is that how you do it?
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Shake them up.
Yeah, I've seen that done in some of the clam houses. They do a big basket, but you're just going to kind of do this? Okay.
That's all.
All right.
See, now we'll just take these. Now we're going to dredge them in the flour.
Okay, and just a bunch full.
Right.
Now, do you shake them or run them through with your hand?
See, we just squeeze off a little bit of the excess. It's nice and sticky with the cream
With the cream
and
in it,
everything.
okay, and then just toss it in there.
Right.
Now, once you
we'll-
get it in there, do you do the shake or you shake and bake type of thing?
I just throw them all in there at the same time and do them all together.
Okay, and I noticed, again, you said you're giving it a little squeeze. You don't want them too wet.
A little bit of the extra, that's
okay.
right. A little bit of the extra, well.
Now, Bill, it sounds like it's pretty good. I mean, is this something you generally serve in the firehouse here, or is this some kind of secret thing you make at home?
No, we usually make this at home, you know. I do spoil them once in a while down here, you know.
Okay.
I got this recipe from a famous chef, Sal, who used to work for me. Salmonella, I don't know, you might have heard of him.
Salmonella, okay, I get it. Yeah, it has something to do with fish, right, and chicken? Yeah, I get it, okay. That's a joke I use. You stole that one from me, Salmonella. I think he worked in Ladder 129 in Flushing.
Yeah,
I worked with him,
there you
yeah.
go.
All right, so you're teaching me today, actually. Tell me what you need me to do. What's the next step?
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to turn around, we're going to cook this with some butter and garlic. If you could chop a little bit more garlic for me,
Okay.
we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, I have.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hand me the butter, I'll...
Okay, now you say some butter,
All
but
right,
give,
well,
give me a number.
Half a stick of butter should work
I'm
for
glad
us.
you said half a stick. You know I wrote a healthy Firehouse cookbook on this. So.
Sometimes the best things aren't so healthy, but...
Yeah, I know. And you're
Okay,
also going to
and a
need
little bit of garlic.
the garlic too. Okay, I'll bring that over.
All right,
All
we're
right,
ready
yeah.
to go.
And what heat are we going to put this on?
It's about medium heat.
Okay, so right in?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, yeah, that's sizzling right away. Okay. Now you saute that just for a few minutes. Yeah, it's already
just
getting hot.
saute a few minutes and then we'll be ready for the shrimp.
Okay, I'll get you a set of tongs. Here's a set of tongs for you.
Okay.
That. I'll use that means for butter. And I'll have your shrimp standing by here.
All right.
Now again,
we're
you're taking these in one by one, is what you
One
said,
at a
right?
time.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Now we're looking to totally cook these off,
Yeah, we're
or
gonna cook, totally, pretty much cook them up all the way.
okay. These are medium shrimp, right?
Medium shrimp, yeah, but I like them the same size as the scallops. This way they cook evenly.
Cook evenly, right? So if you had large shrimp, which might be
Yeah,
easy to eat and better,
the-
but they wouldn't cook off.
Scallops would be overcooked by the time we got these
Yep.
done.
Okay. Good culinary tip for us. Yep. Yeah, I see using the butter, it's browning a lot better than the olive oil. You know, to keep it healthy, I probably tend to use olive oil, but I think I can already smell it. You get a little bit more flavor from the butter than you might out of olive oil. Yeah,
maybe
keep
a
it
little too hot. So I'll just pull it off.
Now, approximately for our audience, how many minutes off the top of your head? 3 to 5? You really don't want to overcook
3 to
them?
5 each side, you know.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
it says, the champagne, when you turn it up high and cook it off with the champagne, that'll cook the rest of them.
Okay.
So I like to get them a nice golden brown first before you add the champagne.
But not necessarily cooked all the way through.
No, you don't have to be.
Okay, all right. I only have champagne once a year on New Year's Eve, and usually somebody else is popping the bottle. There you go.
There
Wow.
you go.
All right, so now you want
I
me
got
to?
the heat on high,
Okay.
and we'll just add a little champagne just to cover everything in the champagne.
Oh, cover it, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, not just pour it in from the end. Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
Enough?
That's plenty. Cook it off. I was going to make my napalm chicken, but it's banned at the firehouse.
Napalm chicken.
Napalm chicken, yeah, it gets a little hot.
I like that title, Napalm Chicken. And I see the champagne actually made a nice golden.
Yes.
Yeah.
That goes nice. I made a little, aromatic rice to go with it.
Okay. Nice toss. And
And we're ready.
we're ready.
We're ready to go.
Okay, Bill, I plated it for you, but I understand you have a dressing that you want to do for the end. to dress
Yes,
the
we just
plate.
need a little bit of tarragon.
Dried
around
tarragon?
The outside, dry tarragon.
Okay.
You know, just for a little color, a little flavor if you like it. You know?
Nice. Yeah. Yep. Got to make it pretty.
Yep.
I see you have a patch for me, Bill.
Yes, we do.
Well, any of the recipes that we've taken from firefighters, we go back to our Firehouse Kitchen. It'll have an honorary place on our patch board.
It'll be an honor to have it there.
All right. What do you say we taste it?
Very good.
Okay. Wow, the champagne really knocked it out of the park, Bill. Really. Amazing.
Thank goodness it come out right.
Wow. It's really, really good. Thank you so much. Welcome back to our Firehouse Kitchen. Today I'm going to make a recipe out of my Firehouse Grilling Cookbook, turkey kielbasa with Vidalia onions and apples. And the apples we're going to use are going to be Granny Smith apples, to be specific. And the reason we're using Vidalia onions, they're a little bit sweeter than your regular store-bought onions. Try to find Vidalia onions, they make the dish a lot sweeter. All right, a little bit about how we're going to make this. In here in our studio, of course, we can't use a charcoal grill. I prefer charcoal grill, it gives a little bit more flavor to a dish that you're making on the grill. So we're going to use an indoor grill. This particular recipe, I don't recommend making at home because we're going to be using beer in it, and the beer is alcohol, and if the packet happens to leak, it's going to leak onto this, possibly cause a fire. You should have on our fire tips a class ABC fire extinguisher, 5 pounds nearby if you're cooking, but my suggestion, and this is a recipe for an outdoor charcoal or gas grill. So very important when I show you how to make the packet, and you have to follow this specifically, because if you don't, the alcohol will leak out the side while it cooks. And again, not only will it possibly start a fire, the liquid being out of it will make the packet dry out. So very important. Be sure to use a good quality heavy-duty foil. Sometimes people use the inexpensive foil, and then you got to use 2 pieces of it, so you don't wind up even saving any money. Now, very important is how you fold the packet. And actually, there's another recipe in my book called Mexican Bananas Foster, which is bananas Foster on a grill that has sugar in it. Another reason you make the packet exactly the same. So I'll show you this recipe here, how to make it. And I have to give credit to firefighter Ed Martin of Ladder 152. Actually, when I put the book together, they didn't want it to be a New York firefighter specific book. They wanted recipes from all around the country. But Ed is a firefighter that I worked with many years, and he was a really terrific cook. And he actually donated this recipe to the book. So I got to give credit on TV for this recipe. So this is what you do with the packet. Be very precise when you do it. They're about 15 inches long. Okay, now very important at this point, when you folded it in half, some people might make this packet by folding it up like this, but actually this won't be completely waterproof. And actually the bottom third of it will have the beer, some liquid from the onion, and also some fat may come out of the thing. So you really want the lower third to be kind of watertight and waterproof. Folding it like this and then putting it on, this is actually not waterproof, it might leak out. So what you want to do here is fold this corner up like that. And turn it around and fold that corner up like that. So now that this bottom half right here is actually completely watertight. There's no way the water can get out. It'd have to come up this high to get out. So that's the reason you fold the corners in. Then what you're going to want to do is then you want to pinch the corners like so. And you fold it over like this, maybe 2 or 3 times. And then you come to this side. Again, we have the corner like this. It makes this corner completely waterproof. 1, 2, 3, like so. And then what you have here is the bottom third of it is actually a watertight packet. And that's what you're going to put on the grill to cook the whole recipe, and you're not grilling the kielbasa separately. So now we're using turkey kielbasa here. I mean, you could use regular Italian sausage, but this type of recipe calls for kielbasa. It's a little stronger flavor. You can actually use bratwurst in this, again, a stronger flavor, especially when we're cooking it with beer. We visited the Bluepoint Brewery the other day, and a good lager or dark beer is what to use in this type of recipe. So in the book, I called for a lager in it, but a Bluepoint Brewery makes a really great lager or a dark beer for this. And we're going to use, again, before you put the sausage in, because you want some of the fat to leak out and give the apples, onions, and mustard kind of meld those flavors together. So what you want to do is either take a knife or a fork and kind of go down these kielbasa like so, piercing them, because you don't want them to cook tightly. And then you'll see later on our beauty plate, one of the things you can do to really make it look nice, as if it was grilled on the grill. I'll show you what you can do like so. Make sure you pierce it though. If you want, you can actually put a few small cuts in it so that if you want to make it really pretty when you put it in a plate, it'll look great. So now that you have a packet like so, you're going to take one of these and put it inside. And it's a really easy recipe to put together for this one. Now you can make these the night before if you'd like, put them in the refrigerator, and then you'll have them ready for the grill the next day. So what we've used is apples, and this is how I want you to slice them. It actually tastes a little better and actually looks a little better in the dish we'll show you later, is to slice them like so, not chopped, minced, or diced. They come out too small actually. Then you put that in like so. Okay, you can see that. Now we're going to put, let me lean this like this, we're going to take a tablespoon of a brown mustard. I mean, it's a really simple recipe to put together. A brown mustard, okay? And then we have 5 tablespoons of a dark or a lager beer. Okay, like so. And then a Granny Smith apple. No Red Delicious, no Macintosh. They really don't have the same flavor as a Granny Smith apple. Granny Smith apples really are used in pies, and they come out great when they're cooked or baked. So that's why we're using Granny Smiths. So we're going to take these and slice them real thin, like so that they cook properly, almost the same thickness as, I mean, in the culinary world, that's why you cut things the same size, because they cook at the same temperature. If we made these thicker, they wouldn't cook at the same temperature. The apples may not be cooked, the onions may be. Now, there's your packet, completely filled. You can see there's no leaks. It's not coming out the bottom because this third of it is sealed by folding that up. All right, so now we have our packet filled. I won't seal it yet because I want to show you how to check for the right temperature on the grill. This is an indoor grill, but you do the same thing on an outdoor grill. Is just put your hand there, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3. If you pull it away by 3, that's the right heat that you want to have it at. Too little is not good. Too high is not good. It'll actually burn and compromise the packet. So we're sealed, as you can see. I lift the packet up. The lower third has the liquid and the beer in it, and none of it's leaking out. Had I did it the other way, it would start to leak out there. So now this is how we seal it, like with 1, maybe 2 folds. You don't want to crunch it down all the way so that it's really tight. You want a little room, air in there for it to expand a little bit as the beer starts to cook the kielbasa, the onions, and the apples, and it mixes with the mustard. Now, simple, we've checked our temperature. This goes on the grill like that. Really, this is the part that's non-leaking, so you really want to slant it up like that if you can. If you have more than one packet, stack them like this. This end is not liquid proof or waterproof. If you put this end down, the beer and the liquid will leak out. So put it with the, I call it the diaper side down. Okay, we let this sit on a nice hot grill for another 15, 20 minutes. Okay, I have to be honest with you. Generally, in a firehouse kitchen, we didn't decorate the plate like that. But in this firehouse kitchen, we have the time to do that. So we made you a nice, what they call, a beauty plate. Thank you for watching this episode of American Firehouse Cuisine. If you would like to order a personally signed copy of the Healthy Firehouse Cookbook or the Firehouse Grilling Cookbook, please visit the website at www.thehealthyfirehouse.com. My new children's book, Manutza, the Firefighting Elephant, is now also available in print or ebook format on the website. Producers or network associates interested in continuing or expanding American Firehouse Cuisine, please contact us through the website.